Hey everybody, this is Jessica from Healthy by Choice. Here to answer your health related questions and just questions in general that I might be able to answer for you. I got quite a few this week, more than usual, so I'd like to thank you for all the feedback. My first question was, how can you help me? Well, I can help you learn about your sugar cravings and why they're there, what you can do to stop having big cravings. I can teach you a lot about weight loss and low energy. I can teach you a lot about weight gain, and if you need to gain weight, I can teach you how to do it healthily. If you need to lose weight, I can teach you the healthy ways on doing that and keeping it off. I can help you learn how to deal with low energy. I can help you deal with high stress and the mood swings that come and the food mood theories. I can also help you with food sensitivities and allergies and how to find the proper diet to be able to eat properly and not have a lot of problems. I can also help with digestive complaints and eating on the run and what would be healthier and how to do all that. My second question was, what is a holistic health coach? A holistic health coach is someone who can work with you on doubling, possibly tripling your energy in your day-to-day life. We can help you learn how to balance spirituality, your career, and your relationships and everything, your nutrition. Just help you balance everything in your life so that you can be the best person that you can be and be as healthy as possible. My third question was, what are your hopes? Well, this is something that I have really had to sit and think about and really come to terms with myself. And I would have to say that, one day, God willing, I want to be able to run a successful holistic health coaching practice. I want to be able to help people, not for like the money. I want to be able to just help people be healthier. And in today's world, there are so many people who are unhealthy and obese and sick and just have so many things wrong with them, and people who don't even realize that they're sick. I just want to be able to help them to be healthy and be more health conscious, not to be worried all the time about what you eat and how thin you are and stuff like that. I just want people to be healthy all the way around. My fourth question was, is yoga a religion? Okay, don't know what happened there, but my fourth question is yoga a religion? No, yoga is not a religion. It is a form of stretching and exercising to form a union of mind, body, and spirit. That's the actual definition. I would say yoga is something very great to do for people who have a high stress lifestyle, people who are constantly on the go, even athletes, like people who are into strenuous exercises and whatnot, because not only does yoga help you stretch, it helps you to just calm your body and calm your mind. And it's great for, if you're Christian, it's great for focusing on the Lord and just really finding peace in yourself and in God and just being, just meditating on the Lord or whatever else you choose to meditate on. My next question was, what is the difference between alternative medicine and conventional medicine? Okay. The biggest difference is the belief that the body and through nature can heal itself. Now, holistic medicine, we believe that instead of going to a doctor and getting medication to just put a band-aid on the problem, we believe in actually fixing the problem the way your body intended and the way God intended your body to heal itself. So, like say people are having trouble sleeping, a doctor would just prescribe a sleeping pill. For a holistic health coach and people who are in holistic medicine, we would want to find, exercises you can do that might be able to help you sleep, ways to calm your mind, and maybe see if you have a imbalance of possible melatonin imbalance, which is a hormone that's produced by the body when you are basically, like in a dark room. Um, and, conventional medicine is basically replacing the body's natural healing response with something just completely different, just a band-aid, something to just help the problem get better. But it doesn't really, in all actuality, help the problem. It's kind of like people who have headaches and take aspirin, and 4 hours later their headache's back. The aspirin didn't heal the headache. The aspirin just put a band-aid over the problem for the time being. And with holistic health coaching, we basically want to, help you find the real reason that you're getting headaches, if at all possible. Now, there are times when alternative medicine has to be overlooked and conventional medicine needs to be, taken, and you need to see an actual doctor. These are instances of people who have, health problems and, heart problems, lung problems, and other things that we can't fix. Naturally, some people need divine intervention, and I'm not saying doctors are divine at all. I'm just saying it as a figure of speech, but sometimes you need surgery and sometimes you need other things. Your body isn't able to heal itself. So that is when you would go to conventional medicine. My sixth question is, I think something is wrong with me physically. Should I see a doctor or should I go to a holistic healing center? Okay, my advice is first to go to your family doctor and get tests done on whatever you think might possibly be wrong. And when you get a diagnosis, then go to the holistic healing center and tell them what your diagnosis is from your doctor, and then see if there's anything you can possibly do to help your body naturally heal itself, if it's okay with your doctor. Now, if your doctor says do not go to a holistic health health place, then listen to your doctor and do what your doctor tells you to do, if at all possible. A lot of doctors will help you find a balance between holistic and conventional medicine, if, I would say if the doctor's a good doctor. My seventh question is there one food, if you could pick one food, is there one food you think people should add to their diet? Yes, I would say to add flaxseed to your diet. It's great for heart health and great for energy and fiber. And flax seeds are pretty much tasteless, so you can add them to just about anything. And they're very inexpensive. You can get them from, like if you're going up north or going anywhere where there's an Amish community, they sell flax seeds. You can get them at a regular grocery store, at health food stores. They're pretty widely available for just about anybody. My eighth question is, I work in a very high stress job. I noticed over the past 6 months I have put on weight, acne appeared, and my sleeping patterns are different. What do you recommend for me to do differently? Okay, well, you did the first step really well, where you found that, when something changed and like why your health changed, where it might have changed, and that was your high stress job. I would really like to sit down with you and discuss, and what else could possibly be going on with you. Do a free health history consultation that I offer. I do them over the phone, via Skype, or in person, because you're kind of vague on everything that might be going on. I mean, there's weight gain and acne appeared, and your sleeping patterns are different, but there might be other things that you don't notice right away, that it could be, like right now we're blaming it on your job, and it could possibly be the fact of certain ways you're eating. But from what it sounds like to me, the main problem is your work. I would say you need to ask yourself if the job is worth your physical health. I would recommend, number one, finding a less stressful job, or to find a way to make your job less stressful. If you have a cool boss or somebody that you can talk to about possibly making your life a little bit easier at work, then maybe that's the best thing for you to do. If not, I would definitely recommend praying about it and looking into finding a better place for you to work. I mean, there are many jobs in America for people to go to, but then again, we also have a shortage of jobs, so it just really depends on what field you're working in and where you want to go. Now, if you can't find a less stressful job and your job can't be made easier, I would start with drinking a lot of fluids. try drinking 9 cups of water a day. And when you have a lot of stress, it causes cortisol to build up in your system, and that is not good at all. It can lead to weight gain. And look into ways to relax before going to bed, possibly taking a melatonin supplement to help you sleep at night, and to try some nighttime yoga. That would help a lot too, and to do a lot of deep breathing before you go to bed. As far as acne goes, Healthy by Choice does sell products to help with your acne, all natural whole ingredients. I make everything myself with completely and totally organic ingredients, and things can be adjusted to, whatever problems you might have. Acne could be the environment, your stress, or just something randomly can happen with your body where you can start getting acne. My 9th question is, what is your position on medical marijuana? That is an interesting question for me to answer. Medical marijuana is something that was used a long time ago. In fact, Native Americans used marijuana as a form of relaxation. They didn't do it to just, get blazed and feel good about themselves. And I believe that God created marijuana to grow up out of the earth in order to help people who could use it. I think a lot of people tend to abuse it as well. I would say if it's alright with your doctor for you to smoke marijuana, then to get a medical marijuana card. Other than that, marijuana is still illegal federally, and so I would be very careful if you're gonna go down that path. My 10th question is, I have chronic asthma that gets worse in the winter. The moment I step outdoors and I inhale, my lungs close up and I can't breathe. This makes running and walking difficult in the winter months. What are your suggestions? Well, I deal with the same exact problem as does my stepdad, and this is something that my stepdad taught me how to do when I was younger, was to carry a scarf with you, and to put the scarf over your mouth before you step outdoors, and to do your best to breathe through the scarf, because if you have a scarf right over your mouth, it will kind of help the air to be warmer right there in your mouth, and it also it's just a lot easier to breathe that way. I would talk to your respiratory doctor about writing a letter to your insurance company for working out in a gym, like saying that you need to work out in a gym instead of running outdoors during the winter months. A lot of insurance companies will work with you, or your job. Depending on what type of job you have, sometimes your job will pay for you to work out at a certain health club. That's where I would do my running in the winter time. Asthma and running are not two things you want to mess around with. I have asthma myself, and so mine's stress induced and exercise induced, and it does make things hard for you to work out and to catch your breath, and I feel for you, and I'm really sorry that you deal with that. Also, if you have any other problems, I would, please send me an email and we can discuss it a little bit further. My 11th question I thought was kind of, cute and kind of funny. Said, I've heard toothpaste is poison. Is this true? No, toothpaste is not poison at all. But if you're worried about it, you can do what I do and use just baking soda and, brush your teeth with baking soda. That's the way people used to do it back in the day, so to speak. So if that's what you want to do, use baking soda. If not, just don't swallow the toothpaste. It's just something that you're not meant to swallow. It's not good for your insides very well. My 12th question is, please help me. My son refuses to eat vegetables. I actually have heard this problem a lot with parents. I would say you have 3 choices. Number 1, you do what my parents did. You say, eat what's put before you, or you don't eat. Or if you don't eat it, then if you don't finish your dinner, then you're going to eat it for your next meal. In fact, my Aunt Donna did that to me and made me really mad when I was a kid. I wouldn't eat my dinner, so she made me eat it for breakfast the next morning, and I hated her for like that whole day. But I'm really glad that my parents pushed me to eat things I didn't want to eat when I was a kid, because I am a lot healthier and a more well-rounded person as far as eating goes. I went through phases where I didn't like carrots, and I went through phases where I didn't like chicken, and went through phases, my whole life. My stepdad and my mom, my dad, and my stepmom all made me eat things I didn't like, and it was really good for me. Your second option is to just give in, and I would not recommend that at all. Your third option, which I plan on trying with my children one day, we actually learned about it in school, is to explain the health of fruits and vegetables to your children in a way that they can understand, and be sure that you eat your vegetables as well. Sometimes children want to understand things in a way, on their level. And if you just tell somebody, well, eat it because it's good for you, for children, sometimes that's not enough. And if you have, really inquisitive children, they're going to really want to know, why is something good for me? Why are carrots good for me? Because they're good for your eyes. Why? Because they have carotene. Children will want some solid evidence, man, as far as, how vegetables go. In fact, I will post something on my blog about talking to your children about eating vegetables. My 13th question is, hello, I'm a 39-year-old man, and I just received my recent cholesterol test. My total was 212, my HDL was 80, my LDL was 121, my triglycerides were 61, and my LDL HDL ratio was 1.5 to 1. Should I be worried? No, not at all. Your levels are actually very good. Keep up the good work. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep up with an exercise program and eating properly. My 14th question was, I have young adult acne. I don't want to keep using all of the chemicals from the store. What can I do to change this? Well, like I said earlier, Healthy by Choice does offer facial scrubs for acne. I am on Etsy, and that is posted on my blog as well, with my different, scrubs and facial washes. I said I would rather you try invigorating exercise and drinking a lot of water before you buy certain products of mine, because sometimes, just what you're doing in general, maybe your body just needs a way to get the toxins out. So if you do a regular type of detoxing bath, or detoxing diet for a week, or drinking detoxing water, that will help a lot. Detox waters. I actually feel people should drink these on a daily basis, which is 2 liters of water, 2 sliced lemons, 15 mint leaves, and sliced cucumber and fresh ginger. You put it all together, you put it in your refrigerator overnight, and then drink it. It actually tastes really good. You can, if you don't like cucumbers, you can kind of put less cucumbers and more lemons in it if you want. But it will help clean out your system of the bad things that are in there from processed foods or whatever you eat that might not be good for you. And my 15th question, there was a couple questions in there, and they were personal ones that I don't mind answering certain questions. The first one was, do you have brothers and sisters? Yes, I do. I have one half brother, which is Connor. I have a stepbrother, CJ, and then I have some adopted brothers and sisters. My adopted sister is China. She lives with me. We get along pretty good usually. Sometimes we hate each other, but we do, usually do a pretty good job. And then my dad is raising my uncle's children. My uncle passed away about 2 years ago, and he's raising the kids as if they're his own, the best he can. And that's Harley, Levi, and Mercy. And then they have their friend's little boy, which he's 3 years old. So he just thinks, my brother Connor and I are his big brother and sister, which is fine. His name is Landon. I don't have any brothers and sisters that are actual blood, between my mom and dad. They just had me. But I do have, my half brother. And I think that brothers and sisters aren't just, who you're blood related to and what your DNA says. I think it is, who's really there in your life, and, just if your family can adopt them in, and I believe that is just the best way. The next question was, are your parents healthy? I think that they do the best they can. My stepdad has a lot of heart problems, back and neck injuries, and he has asthma. My mom has hypoglycemia, and she has some back and neck injuries from a slip and fall. From what I know, she's doing the best to get as healthy as she can, and she's following up on her hypoglycemia the best she can. My stepdad, he sees a chiropractor, so does my mom, which is a form of holistic medication, and he helps them out a lot. His name is Dr. Demerit, and he's great. My dad and stepmom, I mean, from what I understand, my stepmom's pretty healthy. My dad, he's doing his best. He's actually lost a lot of weight, and I'm really proud of him for that. Other than that, I mean, they don't have any huge problems, like, huge heart disease or diabetes. I mean, except my mom does have hypoglycemia, but not like type 2 diabetes or anything like that. And it also said with that question, what about the rest of your family? And to be completely honest, a lot of people in my family aren't that healthy. Diabetes runs pretty rampant through my family, along with obesity. There also is a lot of depression and anxiety on both sides of my family. I have my grandmother just got diagnosed with dementia, and she's in her 70s. And then on my mom's side, the life expectancy, I wouldn't say it's necessarily low or necessarily high. I think it's kind of in the middle. But my grandmother and her brothers and sisters didn't really take very good care of themselves, health-wise, so they didn't live that long. My aunts and uncles on my dad's side, overall are healthy. I mean, I have 2 aunts that have had cancer. One that is still has cancer, but she's beating it. She's doing really well. And then my other 2 aunts, I mean, they seem fine. My uncles seem pretty healthy too. I haven't heard of any of them having any big health scares or problems. My 16th question was, how do you feel about alcohol abuse? That's a tough question, basically, for me to answer. I think it's okay to have alcoholic beverages on occasion, or one a night or something, but when you become reliant on that alcohol is when there's a problem. I do know a few people who are alcoholics, and so it's difficult to watch them go through everything it does to their body and what it does to people around them who really love them. If you know anybody who has alcohol abuse, look into Al-Anon and possibly see if they will go to AA and get some help. It can be really hard for family members and for that person. I mean, a lot of things can happen. Heart disease, you can actually gain a lot of weight, and you can lose weight with alcohol abuse, and not in healthy ways whatsoever. And you can die from alcohol abuse. I'm sure everybody knows that. But I would look into getting some help for whoever you possibly know who has problems with alcohol. Other than that, those were the main questions I got this week. I'm looking forward to reading more in the next week, and I hope everybody does good this week, and I hope everybody has a blessed week. Have a good week, and happy Halloween.